With all the footage that has been released giving us a glimpse into Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, I thought let's go back and rank the 4 live action Jokers worst to best. How would you rank those Jokers? Let's do that in the comments. Welcome to Durbania. I'm Durbin, and this is my ranking of the 4 live action Jokers worst to best. I'm super excited to dive into this ranking, and I'm super excited to have this conversation with you in the comments where you go through these 4 live action Jokers and rank them. You know, a lot of people have been commenting. My wife took a look at this Joker. She goes, yeah, he looks like a mixture of a Heath Ledger Joker and a little bit of the Jack Nicholson Joker. And a lot of other people have been saying a mix of the Heath Ledger Joker and the Cesar Romero Joker. So I thought it'd be fun to go back and look at the last 4 live action Jokers and rank them worst to best. What is your ranking? Let's do that in the comments.
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you. Really, really bad.
This one is my least favorite live action depiction of the Joker. Now, I'm gonna be honest, there's probably a little bit of a bias there. I don't like this Suicide Squad movie that much for a myriad of reasons. One of my big problems with this movie is there wasn't enough Joker. I don't feel like it was enough time for me to get to know Jared Leto's version and to know definitively whether I like him or hate him. I'm leaning towards not liking him. Some of it is that little purring snort that he does. The other part of it is, whenever he's in this film, it's really to prop up Harley Quinn. It's to fill her backstory. And Harley Quinn, rightly so, outshined him on every freaking level. But there was this one scene that's kind of interesting to me.
I helped you.
You helped me by erasing my mind what faded memories I had. You left me in a black hole of rage and confusion.
Such a freaking fascinating line. And what's so fascinating about it is messing with his mind and his memories. It's like, does that give credence to some of the fan theories that this Joker may not be the original Joker, but maybe he's Dick Grayson? Because the Robin suit that's all battered up and says, ha ha ha, joke's on you, Zack Snyder said, that's Dick Grayson's suit. Is it possible? That's the kind of stuff I want some more of!
Come, my comic cohorts in crime!
Oh my gosh, this guy is just so unbelievably fun as the Joker. One of my favorite things about doing the show prep for this countdown was just getting on YouTube and searching Cesar Romero Joker and watching the myriads of different Cesar Romero scenes that just pop up. I mean, I grew up loving the Batman show, but I really love that 1966 Adam West Batman movie. Like, that was my jam. And some of the best parts of it for me was he really does embody the spirit of the Joker. Now, the 1960s Batman show, it's campy and it's for kids, so it's not meant to give them nightmares where you see a psychopathic murdering clown as an agent of chaos, goading the, established order. So you're not really supposed to see that. You're supposed to see a fun prankster Joker because it's a kid's show. But Cesar Romero embodied the spirit of the Joker, and he did it in a way that a kid could watch it and have so much fun with the Batman versus Joker fighting and all that stuff. He was such a fantastic character. I mean, right down to the fact that he refused to shave his mustache, so you always see it there under all of his makeup. It's just part of that Joker. It's not a negative. No need to go in there and digitally airbrush that out, and we all now know that would look infinitely worse than just leaving it there. So it's just part of who he is. He's such a fun character. Plus, what other version of the Joker do we ever have where Batman and the Joker have a surfing competition?
You can call me Joker. And as you can see, I'm a lot happier.
Jack Nicholson was so unbelievably brilliant in that role. And there's always these certain scenes that always stand out in my mind without even going back and watching, which I did. I went on YouTube and I Googled stuff just because, again, I wanted the stuff fresh in my mind and I love this freaking movie. But just right off the top of my head, when I think of the 89 Batman, I think right after he fell in the vat of chemicals and he has his rebirth and he becomes the Joker and they're working on the plastic surgery, just the one little doctor and him in that little room, and he looks in the mirror and he's like, I just love it, man. It's so awesome. And he breaks the mirror. The plastic surgeon's like freaking out for his life. Joker goes up the stairs just laughing as the echo of the laugh goes all the way down the hall. We go to the next scene and there's Grissom sitting there and Joker shows up and just boom, boom, boom. I mean, the way he's shooting Grissom, he is having so much fun. There's so much joy in his eyes. It's like a childlike wonder. And it's so freaking scary because of all the joy and the laughter and how much fun he's having in killing that guy. The other scene that always sticks out in my head is the handshake.
Oh, I got a live one here. I'm glad you did.
I don't know what else to say. The Jack Nicholson Joker is just brilliant on so many levels, bringing us memorable lines like, "Would you ever dance with the devil and the pale moonlight?" And even though the origin story was utterly changed for the Joker to give him a personal connection to Batman and having Joker be the guy who kills Batman's parents, it worked great for that movie. For the context of that movie, for what that franchise was, that was actually a strong choice, I think. Jack Nicholson is truly one of my favorite Jokers, and honestly, I don't think he beats Heath Ledger's Joker for me. I think those are two separate Jokers that I like for totally separate reasons, and I think that they're tied.
It's an homage to me. I'm kind of sorry I had to blow it up.
I want to give a huge shout out to Mark Hamill when he voices Joker on Batman the Animated Series, the Arkham games, the animated movies. Wherever he lends his voice to the Joker, that dude is one of the best Jokers there is. Let me tell you what I want to see. Since we're doing this Elseworld story in DC, this standalone DC banner of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, here's what I want, and tell me if you agree with this. I want a live action film for The Dark Knight Returns under the standalone banner. So we don't have to try to connect it to a universe. We don't have to try to explain everybody's origin. Let's just take that graphic novel, The Dark Knight Returns, and panel for panel, turn that thing into a live action standalone film. And let's have Mark Hamill be that Joker, because he's an older guy. But the Joker and the Batman in this, they're older. This is The Dark Knight Returns in his older age where he's drawn out of retirement because he has to return. And the way the Joker returns and the epic face-off between Batman and Joker in that movie is so freaking awesome. So I want to see Mark Hamill as a live-action Joker. I want that Dark Knight graphic novel, panel for panel, line for line, turned into a film.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? No, you complete me.
Like I said, it was kind of hard for me with my 2 and 1 because I don't like Heath Ledger better than Jack Nicholson, and I don't like Jack Nicholson better than Heath Ledger. They're portraying 2 different Jokers in 2 different universes. And the Batman '89 is a bit more comic booky. It's gritty, it's dark, but it's a bit more comic booky. The Dark Knight is all about our world. How does Batman look and feel in our world? And if we're looking at how he's gonna work and feel in our world, the Joker. What is the reality of somebody like that existing in our world? And Ledger pulls off the absolute perfect performance for that. First off, the character's portrayed so well by just exploding on the scene. No need to go into a deep origin story. In fact, it feels like we get an origin story the first time he's about to cut up the gangster's face, and he's like, you know where I got these scars? And he tells this horrible, sad story. And then he comes up to Rachel, Batman's girl. You know where I got these scars? Here I am waiting to hear that sad story again, and now I hear a totally different story. So there was no need to go back in time and explain what broke this guy. No need to go back in time and talk about how long he's been this way. No need to give any explanation. This dude mysteriously explodes on the scene. The other thing that's awesome about this Joker, this!
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you?
The way that this guy is just obsessed with Batman. You complete me. Now that Batman exists in his world, he's fascinated by this guy, so he can't kill him.
Because you're just too much fun.
And now he's got this obsession with Batman, who is on the edge of chaos. Because here's a guy, and I'm telling you, he dresses like a bat. He beats up thugs in the street. And he tries to talk like he's one of them, but he's not one of them. And you could just see the Joker's fascination with this character, trying to goad Batman out into becoming like him. I mean, gosh, it's just so good. Everything about it, his mannerisms, the way he talks and licks his lips. I mean, all of it. What do you even say about the Heath Ledger Joker? Do you want me to recount the magic trick and all the wonderful scenes that he does? I mean, my gosh, he is a brilliant Joker, right down to the look, trying to give us the guy in the purple suit, the makeup, the green hair, but how would that be in our world, and make it as realistic as possible, to how completely psychopathically broken this guy is, to his obsession with Batman, his obsession with chaos, and proving that the established order, this moral code, is nothing more than a bad joke. He's such a great character, and for all the mystery that he is, we really do get a good look into his motivation and what really drives him. It's fascinating, and yet so much is left to be a mystery that it just makes him a frightening character to behold. So there it is. That is my ranking of the 4 live-action Jokers. Now, how would you rank these live-action Jokers worst to best? And where do you think Joaquin Phoenix will fall for you on this ranking in 1 year when that movie comes out? Let's talk about it in the comments, and while you're there, hit the subscribe button to become a Durbanian, hit the bell by the subscribe button so you're notified for my next ranking video, movie review, theological analysis, or anything else I do here. I'm Durbin. Thanks for checking out Durbania.